Hello and welcome to Burnt Cookbook Party, an original Pathfinder campaign set in a unique fantasy world, where 4 heroes of varying skills, attractiveness, and stupidity race against time to prevent a war. I'm Jenna Stoeber and I play Estra Buffet-addled half-elf oracle who is exactly who she says she is. And I'm joined by...
Andrew Hansen, playing Janni Brightchild, a hot and sunny Ifrit resort spa paladin, eager to help and flex.
Caitlin Stayduhar, playing Patty Hertz, a ratfolk ranger dandy with a nose for gossip and cheese.
Paul Luetkemeyer playing Zelf, an elven battle chef carving a name for himself in the high-stakes world of magical cooking.
And we're, of course, led today, and for the rest of all time, by our illustrious and stormy GM and world builder, Justin Green. I added too many ands in the sentence and threw off my cadence. Justin, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm struggling to get back into the mindset of Castien, but I'm willing to take that hit for the podcast.
He isn't your GMPC.
It's a dark place. I have to go to a dark place.
Waiting to scold someone for having fun.
Justin, do you have a ritual that you do to get into Castien's mindset specifically? Like you're eating some plain yogurt or...
I was thinking graham crackers to
Oh,
suppress his animalistic urges.
Yeah.
The beigest meal I can find. Each on a separate plate.
Like a sad, drab tapas.
Yes.
How austere.
Yeah, well, as soon as Astra reads this, she's going to pull the team around and be like, oh my God, I think Windhorn is going to try to destroy Neptis with the grossest, nastiest spell of all time.
But the studios, the agents, everything.
It would be a great feather in Ebnir's cap to finally destroy the city that's resisted sinking so long, wouldn't it?
Oh, you think that's why he was doing it?
Well, I think he's disgusting. I think he relishes doing evil for the sake of it.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess that is sort of the whole part and parcel.
You saw what he did at the Triad Blitz game.
Oh my God.
How unsportsmanlike.
And this is going to dwarf that. This is just horrible. Really, really horrible.
It's repulsive, disgusting.
Can you imagine so many scripts that will never get made? Brilliant scripts. The role of a lifetime could be in those piles, and if it's destroyed, no one will ever see me perform it. Oh my God, guys, we have to do something.
Ghost Bro 10.
Oh my god! I heard that's got the setup at Ghost Bro 11 in it.
Yeah, they're going to soft launch the spinoff, Ghost Bro versus Banshee Chick.
Oh, not to mention the untold numbers of innocent souls, but also the entertainment district count would seriously suffer for the entire world.
Innocent, famous souls, Johnny. Keep an eye on the goal here. This isn't just a lot of people, although it's quite a lot of people. It's also...
It's important people.
Yes, people we already know the names of. All of Patty's biggest rivals.
Oh, wait a minute.
For the parts.
Wait a minute.
To clarify this contract,
Yep.
Windhorn is going to give Nerixna the demigod item as part of his bargain.
If she kills Bishad, then he
Okay.
will hand over the waystone, the way to get to the artifact.
Okay.
He does not have the artifact itself. He only has a way to get to it.
Okay. Well, see, that's confusing to me because we were sort of assuming that Windhorn was going to try to ascend to demigod, but this kind of suggests not.
Well, I'm guessing Nerixna strong-armed him into making these terms, and he's still hoping he'll find some way to get the artifact.
Yeah.
Make an intelligence check. Just a flat intelligence check.
Okay. Okay, Justin. Oh, wait. Intelligence is the one. I forgot. I remembered that I tanked one of the stats. Astra has a 9 wisdom, but a 14 intelligence. It's not bad. Oh, but I rolled poorly, so a 7.
Justin, I got an 18. Was that an Astra-only test?
No. Zelf, looking at this, you can see as an investigator that Windhorn has left himself some loopholes.
Oh.
One being that Nerixna has to accomplish hers first before he has to do anything. So he has the waystone in his possession until the ministry has killed Bishad. You know that the way that bloat bomb works, whoever deals that blow is going to trigger the explosion. So if the ministry is out there killing Bishad then the ministry is going to be, at ground zero for this explosion.
Windhorn has left himself some leverage. It may seem like Nyrx has twisted his arm, but they're really just inviting themselves to that bloat bomb. Listen, right now, Windhorn has that waystone. And if we find him, it could be ours.
Bloat bomb is a range of touch, which would make him in a very dangerous position. Does the ritual document that we have clarify if he was trying to craft a longer range version of this?
Yeah, I'll say it's going to medium range, so 200 feet.
It's still pretty close. Ugh, so nasty. What a nasty ass spell for him to double down
Yeah,
on.
no kidding.
Yeah,
Right?
It's gross
He's a
spell.
nasty guy.
Destructive and gross.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so yeah, he's probably going to Neptis. Because presumably he and Nyrxina are going to meet there and do some evil whining and dining in Neptis, go on some star tours before they destroy it all.
Isn't that kind of cute? Yeah.
Isn't that like a buddy comedy in a cute way?
I wouldn't have shipped, those two, but happy for them a little bit.
Let them enjoy their time together. Jeez.
Yeah,
Oh, that sounds like a Neptesian rom-com. Two enemies are bound by a contract and
man.
find something in common.
they're both working to destroy the world.
That's right. One of them is a centuries-old elf. The other one likes to blow up bodies.
Like I said earlier, I'm a sucker for redemption, and so also the triumph of love over evil is also something I'm a sucker for. So
Well, Johnny, I wasn't going to say that you were a sucker, but
not literally, no, not like a vampire.
Okay, let's not start that again. Okay. Listen. I mean, it seems like the time is really ticking down. But we just got here and we haven't gotten to go to any spas. So
Listen, if I can't stay here and help all of these people who are sick and thirsty, you can't go to spas. That's only fair. If I can't do something righteous for others, you can't do something righteous for your body.
Johnny, that's totally fair. And you know what? I needed to hear that. Because I was so ready.
The spas are really incredible, Astra, and
Stop. I know you believe in the nobility of withholding, but I don't need to hear how great it all is that I'm giving up a spa trip. I mean, because we have to go to Neptis, right?
perhaps we can ritually purify ourselves here in the Temple of the Sun.
I mean, honestly, it'd be pretty good. We have a lot of purifying packages for pilgrims, who need to
Pilgrim purifying packages.
the triple P package. Yeah, it's kind of redundant because package is already in the 3P, but yeah.
Is there a juice cleanse involved in any of those? Because I've been there, done that, and I do not want to repeat it.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely juice plans and also seaweed wraps and seaweed cleanses.
Oh, I do like that.
It's pretty crazy because we're in a desert.
Oh, that's not the point, though. We can't get distracted, Astra. I want to go to the spa just as much as you do, if not more. But we got things to do, guys. We got to save the world.
What if we walk through some healing mud on our way out of town?
I mean, if it's on the way, if we could, trail our fingers through it and then we could just kind of rub it on each other's faces, while we walk.
But if I give out water or gold to a helpless orphan or you're gonna be mad about it, but it's the same thing.
Johnny, as long as you can do it with your feet moving, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Well, he's a scarecrow. He's kind of got this rigid, stick. He's hopping around on anyway.
Oh, God.
What about Castien and his squad?
That is a good question,
What about
actually.
them?
What should we do with them?
They wanted to stay here and keep Molny safe, didn't they? But maybe we can convince them that they have bigger fish to fry.
Hey.
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty down if they stay here and keep Molny safe. If Nyrxina has access to the God Killer's sword, that seals it, right? This is the proof that I think that's it.
Yeah, if it feels like that is the thing that kills Molny and we know where that sword is and it's not near Molny, then I think we could just have this group hold down the fort and look after Molny while we track down the sword and Nyrxina.
I think that's a solid plan.
And the soup. And Zelf's fucking soup. I'm hoping this is building to a dramatic situation where one of us has to run and drink that soup before.
Oh my God. We're getting into some silent comedy here.
Yeah, as quickly as possible.
Get Charlie Chaplin running through a dome, spooning soup in his mouth.
Not even drinking it. You have to eat it properly still.
Harvel, you don't have a way to talk to Glorihan, do you? You don't have a nightly shadow call scheduled?
It's really at her whims. Like, she has reached out to me through my shadow before, but I don't really have a way to reach out to her.
I mean, the next time she does, will you update her? And tell her I say hi, but like in a chill way.
Yeah, sure.
Good. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Justin, what is the possibility that Zelf would be able to talk to Harvel one-on-one without the rest of Harvel's squad?
Whoa, what?
I would say that that Harvel would absolutely be willing to. It would just be a matter of distracting the other three somehow. Really, mostly just Castien.
Yeah, Zelf wants to make a pitch, and I don't want to take a real long side turn with this, but I am curious about Harvel's angle. So Zelf is going to say, Harvel, you're an Erosion native, aren't you? I happen to have acquired some geographical references recently. I was curious if you could help educate me on some of the finer points before we go down south to Erosia.
Yes, absolutely. I would be glad to do that. And you can see like his whole attitude shifts from like annoyed teenager to very eager. And he's quick on his feet and ready to go wherever you want.
So out of character, Zelf thinks that there's something fishy with Harvel and the Luna situation. So he just wants to get some clues about it.
That's fair.
Valid concern.
He also thinks Mistborn is fishy. So Zelf wants to see if Harvel knows anything about her. Because in the first loop, she's the one who smuggled Harvel out.
Yeah.
No. Mistborn? No.
Are you going to be up front with him, or are you going to kind of drop this into conversation as you're actually like showing him maps and shit?
Zelf is going to be up front with him. He's going to say, I think that we're both concerned about Glorihan, aren't we? I'm a little worried about the fact that she's in over her head, and I'm a little troubled by everything that her squad is getting into, and I know very little, just what Astra's told me about their correspondence. Maybe you can tell me more.
The other three of you, is there anything that you want to be doing during this time?
Johnny is going through an exhaustive and rigorous checklist with Gosh and Eiffel Tour about what they've tried to troubleshoot the Castien situation. Like,
this fucking shield.
have you tried, like, enlisting the aid of like a spellcaster to like put dimensional magic on them? Or like, sometimes curses have to do with you rather than like anything else. Like, maybe he's got some internal strife he needs to resolve. Like, like that he views everything as a threat, and that's why the shield is so reactive. He's just going through all of it.
Perfect.
Patty is going to sit quietly and try to chew on the question of who she is, whether she is a demigod is different than she is Patty Hertz, and is going to kind of just stare off into space while she ponders that and twirls her whiskers.
Tipping into some deep thoughts, dang.
I mean, if we want a test scenario, maybe one of us can become the demigod of Ebnir and see if that turns us more lawful and evil. And so you just have to pick, it's either Zelf or Astra. And they become a demigod, and then we just have to see if they become more lawful or evil. And that'll be easier to judge. Because if I become lawful, I feel like that'll be really obvious.
Whoa.
But not evil?
Well, I think the lawful thing will be more obvious. That's out of character.
Good point.
No, she said what she said.
Maybe we have some sort of tattling magic or something like that. Maybe Castien knows.
I like that.
We could put it
Tattling
on you, like
magic.
if you turn evil, like, it goes off.
Yeah, like some sort of detect good or detect evil kind of magic.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I have that, but again, if I'm the demigod of Ebnir, are you really going to trust the self-reported detect good and evil? I don't know.
Honestly, yeah.
My diplomacy is not very good, but my intimidate is higher. Can I use intimidate to impress on Harvel the seriousness and danger of the situation?
I'm not even going to make you roll because the second that you say that you want to help Glorahan, Harvel is into it. Maybe you can help me get into Erosia. I want to be there to help Glorahan's squad. Like, none of them are combatants, but, I'm really good in a fight. Like, I've got my fire magic, my ice magic, I can hit really hard, and I know that I can help them out a lot. I don't want them to be out there by themselves. So do you think you would help me get in there?
What, you need help getting away from these squares? I'm sympathetic.
They have me here hidden away for my own protection, but I could be actually helping other people.
Harvel, I will do everything I can to get you in our group when we go to Erosia. But before we walk into the Sea Lion's Den, I need to know what you know about Mistmorn.
Mistmorn? She's one of the greatest sorcerers that's ever lived. She was asked to be the Archmage of Erosia, and she turned it down to come to Shadowend.
Damn.
Winterguard was after me, and she helped me get out of Erosia.
Now that's interesting. I thought that the king, leader of the Winterguard, was part of the Triad Nation investigation. Why would he be after you?
I'd like to call them crazy people, but, you'd be surprised who actually believes this stuff, but they believe that I'm the reincarnation of this famous Erosian Archmage, and the king is one of those people. He wants me to come to the palace and train to take over for this guy.
That's right. The reincarnation of Aridus. I've heard that rumor.
I'm sure tons of people can cast fire and ice magic. I don't think that that's that unique. And, I'm sure, hundreds of people were born on the same day that I was born, too.
But you trust Mistmorn. She didn't say anything to you when she took you away from Erosia?
No, I trust Mistmorn with my life. I trust her with Glorahan's life. I just feel like, Mistmorn's great, but she's not a demigod.
Speaking of, what do you think about the situation with people racing to inherit Bishad's crown?
I don't want to say Castien's right, but I do think that he's probably right about this. It does seem likely.
Well, he's right in his own way. At the very least, Windhorn's a danger to us. All right. Well, I'll need to talk to my party to find the best way to bring you in.
Yeah, whatever you need, I'll do it.
If he wants to hide among my followers, he could dress up like one of the egg fairies or dress up like a leprechaun.
By the way, everyone, Harvel asked if you could come along so he could help out for Glorahan's sake. Do you think this could be Baby Angel too?
He was an absolute delight to have around last time, so...
Wasn't he?
Oh, he looked so cute in his little outfits, and, there might be some... Oh, God, don't let him put the dancing shoes on, though, if the leprechauns try to dress him up. Just watch out for that.
Yeah, are you going to give him a makeover if he joins our squad?
Yes, please, God.
It's going to be a makeover, but it's going to be to look like one of my followers. So he gets to choose eggshell fairy or leprechaun.
No.
Oh, man, okay. He can't be like the third twin of Abraham and Nevan. He's got to be a fae. Harsh.
Yeah, I think he's like, well, I guess I'll go with the egg. I am pretty tall, but I could at least hide inside of the egg suit better than I could try to just be a really big leprechaun.
Perfect. We'll figure it out.
So yeah, egg.
He's choosing to be an egg. Okay.
We'll put a little fan in there for you so it doesn't get too hot inside.
It's going to be like a mascot outfit, but it's the egg.
Oh my God.
You want to make a disguise check, Patty?
Yes, I will make a disguise check.
This is Eggy Angel, right? That's what this is?
Eggy Angel!
If angels hatch out of eggs, then he's just a baby angel again.
I hope that I roll ungodly well on this. Let's find out, because it would be really funny. Oh, I only got a 7.
Surge, mythic surge.
Use it on making a costume for Harvel. No, I got an 11.
Is that not what Patty Hertz would do?
I'm going to do my best to fashion an egg outfit out of a sheet, but he's probably going to end up looking more like a Halloween ghost. So maybe he'll match Johnny. It'll be fine.
Wait, can I roll to aid?
Yeah, absolutely.
I roll a 19 to aid the disguise check.
Great. The eggshell fairies are watching this just in horror. They're like, oh, what a pitiful life one must lead to want to be an eggshell fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
They do accept him as one of their own, though, for better or worse, and they crowd around him and just sob, place their hands on him, crying.
Aw.
Zelf is still suspicious about everything, but he at least feels like Harville doesn't know more than he's saying.
Do you think Mistborn is in on this time loop sort of situation? Do you think she has Abraham and Neven on her squad to like keep an eye on them since they're obviously a time anomaly?
You're asking Paul.
Yes.
Yes. I'm flashing back to when they were doing the interrogation, and Zelf was blowing smoke like always and said something like, "Do you trust who you're working for?" And she was like, "Ho, ho, ho, Zelf. What do you know about the people I'm working for?" Ever since then, I've had this spike in my brain.
Maybe she's just talking about the Shadowend board of trustees. Maybe they're just assholes.
No, she knows about too many weird situations. She sent us to Fanlin under the pretense of helping Ansel suspiciously at the same time that Wenhorn did his ritual. And she's got multiple candidates of Ebnir on her squad, Glorhan and Abraham and Neven. And she smuggled Harville out of Erosia, who is a candidate for Lunas.
Okay.
And I feel like where there's smoke, there's fire.
I mean, that's a lot of smoke. That's a lot of smoke.
Yeah, it's a lot of, when you pile it up, yeah.
Every guess I've ever had about anything, even if I was close, it was always so much more complex, and there was always so much weirder stuff going on behind the scenes than I could ever know. So I'm just trying to go toward the smoke to see what becomes unveiled.
It's a good way to get lit on fire, Paul.
Well, and I've been burned a few times, Jenna.
Ha-cha-cha.
I don't want to put weight on any direction, but just things that your characters would know that would support your theory, Paul, would be that you also know that Mistborn is good friends with Nerixina, who you now know is part of the Ministry.
Oh, that's right. That's why she gave us a letter to give to Nerixina.
Yes, and that was suspicious.
Astra, and no one else, Astra knows.
Has terrible taste in women and almost always goes for somebody who's evil, yeah.
Astra knows that in past time loop, the one before the first podcast time loop, Mistborn ended up in possession of the journal and was trying to recruit Haku Yakan.
Yeah.
Based on the information she had read there.
That's true. Okay.
I don't think the rest of the team has heard anything about the loop.
Nope, and they won't.
That's why Justin
They never will.
Astra and only Astra.
Yeah. Astra's put that in the vault. Click.
If that's the case, then we should... I mean, Glorhan we've already looked into a little bit. Maybe we should engage with her more. But we should also learn more about the other member of Mistborn's squad, Kata, who we know fuck all about. I just don't know anything about her.
That's true. We know nothing.
She was extremely depressive in our first loop.
Yeah.
She's the one that had like a prophecy, right?
I think so.
Yes. She had a prophecy where she saw no matter what they did, Glorhan would die in the time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, and the fact that Glorhan dies in every time loop and is on Mistborn's squad, if indeed there's something happening here, we might look into Kata a little bit more to see if there's more context on what her deal is.
Oh, yeah. It couldn't hurt. Justin, I've got one last thing for Harville.
Yep.
Gonna say, what do you know about this Thieves Guild agent that recovered this information? And do you happen to know personally, since you lived in Erosia, anything about Oreo Fortuna, the famous engineer?
Yeah.
I mean, I know a little bit about Oreo Fortuna, but it's funny that you ask me that. Do you know the person who stole the papers from Windhorn? Because it was Oreo Fortuna's daughter.
Oh, you know that it was his daughter.
Well, I didn't know who she was, but Castien did. Apparently, she used to be some, like, follower of Gavelyne or whatever. And so, like, he really threw the book at her whenever he caught her, even though, like, she was trying to, turn over all of this information to him to help him out. But I'm sure she's in Bitterhold now.
It's just like Castien to take somebody who's in a gray area and drive them to a black area.
You're telling me.
Anyway, no, Harville, and Zelf has his investigator's pipe now, his magic item, and he's got a combination of herbs and spices in it.
13 secret herbs and spices?
Yeah, he's smoking oregano and thyme, etc.
A little bit of blep. Yeah, oh man.
No, I'm just blowing smoke, Harville.
all that for the
Offer withdrawn.
I thought it was going to be a magic item that he was using to mesmerize Harville or something.
Yeah.
No, it was just a pun. Never mind.
It takes 2 minutes to get all the herbs in there and light it, and then delivers the punchline. Great.
Wait, so the implication is that Aurea, who was the Catwoman that we met in episode 6, 8 maybe, she defected from the Thieves Guild?
Maybe.
While they were in the black market, they encountered her, captured her. She handed over the evidence that she had on Windhorn in an effort to
save herself.
Get out of it or reduce, her sentence.
Okay, that makes more sense. Sorry, I just wanted to clarify.
Harville, funny question. When you were in the Thieves Guild, did you happen to see an Ifrit who had kind of a dark cloth mask and these tribal tattoos?
No, I didn't.
Okay, never mind. We'd better get back before they start to wonder what we're doing back here.
He says, puffing his pipe. So do we still want to go to the lighthouse?
I think that'll be the best place to get to Neptis.
It was part of the plan originally. It still gets us where we're trying to go.
I have one question. Is there anyone here that we should cast open book on through that pro? Or do we want to save it for Mist Morin?
Right? Because it makes it easier to find out about them permanently.
Yeah.
I think we got to save that for a heavy hitter.
Okay.
Here's the problem, though, is that the heavy hitter is going to have better stats.
Better saves, yeah.
Do we use it for comedy instead?
Caitlin, that is the question.
Yeah, the tough thing for me is that everyone's suspicious, so I need a tiebreaker.
I would lean against, because this is the problem, is will is a wisdom-based save.
Yeah.
And so most spellcasters are going to be particularly beefy against that. I just want to put that out there. And that doesn't mean we can't use it or shouldn't use it, but if we want to use it to our best advantage.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay. No further questions.
Anything before you leave Begram for the rest of you? Parting words and such?
Johnny stops by the Genbu petting zoo to see if he can find Genbu to give him a pet. And we'll probably be sadly disappointed, and we'll sad Charlie Brown, Scarecrow shuffle away. He's probably not there. He probably hasn't been here for a while because the water's not here.
The likelihood of Genbu trying to eat some of your hay, if he were there, very high.
Yeah, I was just thinking we needed to keep the eggs away from Genbu because he probably would think they were yummy looking.
I love that he's semi-feral and he just does giant tortoise stuff in the desert.
Yeah.
It's a seasonal petting zoo.
Yeah.
That's what Johnny's convinced is why it failed, because he couldn't get Genbu to stay all the time. So their main attraction was always leaving.
It was so hard for me to resist just replaying the Patty Hertz AMC ad like Justin played last week for this Patreon ad, because it really truly does capture the vibe of the Patreon content. Kaylin and Akshay and Justin they crushed it. It's just so good. Hopefully that taste whetted your appetite for the many additional hours of content that the Patreon has to offer, from character questions to one-shot side quests set in the same universe, to access to the extremely fun official BCBP Discord, where like-minded fans swap theories and wise cracks about the show. All that and so much more is available at patreon.com/BCBparty for only $5 a month.
When they're leaving the Gavelyne Temple, Self wants to talk to Orim, and he'll say, "You just came back from the Ice Dome of Goldjor. What do you think about Castien's intel that there might be another demigod of Zidrix?"
I'm not surprised that the forces of evil would try to rise up and sacrifice their own to get ahead, but I think that that's why we will eventually overcome them.
Well, that's true. And a fire that burns twice as bright burns out twice as quickly.
Yeah, Master, honestly, all of this is like really complicated. And like, I just really get the sense that I'm forgetting something, that like, I'm like hiding something from myself. Like, I can't like fight myself and get that out, right? Like, I mean, or I could, but like, I haven't figured out what sort of technique to use. So like, Master, like, whenever you're like fighting yourself or hiding something from yourself, how do you get it out? How do you figure it out?
I wish it were as simple as being able to physically fight yourself, Johnny, the evil side of you, the side of you that's keeping all this stuff from yourself, but it's just not realistic. You have to think more on an emotional level. Meditate and look to Molny, look to Gavelyne. I think that you'll find that the answers are there. Try not to think of things in as simple of terms as bad and good. These memories that you're hiding from yourself, they may feel like there's something terrible, but it's just a concept that you're putting on. The memories can't be evil in the way that you're used to. It's like lighting a candle creates a shadow, but the shadow's not inherently bad, right?
I guess. Yeah. Okay. Unless like, the shadow is like an undead shadow that like is like escaping the cycle of life and death, and it's like a perversion of that, then it's evil.
Right. Certainly that would be evil. I was talking more about a literal shadow. It was a metaphor.
No, I thought it was a trick question. I needed to be okay. The other thing, Master, was in a previous time loop. I'm just going to say that.
The pause for him to try to think of whatever else it was.
I tried to think of something different and I couldn't. Yeah. And so you gave an erosion pirate like your medallion, and it ended up being really useful to me. And so actually I was going to wonder if I could, if I could borrow your medallion, maybe it would help me as a focus to like meditate on. But also I was wondering if you knew why you might have given that to the erosion pirate Iron Eye.
I don't know a pirate named Iron Eye.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what exactly you mean by these other loops or these other choices, but certainly whatever I chose to do was in service of Gavelyne.
No, I mean, like, I kind of thought it was because, like, you giving the medallion to Iron Eye did lead to the medallion coming into my possession. And, like, honestly, that helped us out a whole lot. So, like, I kind of felt like it was, like, meant to be, but it did kind of seem at the surface like you were trying to like Iron Eye said that they had been sent to kill me or something like that by you. So like, like I was kind of confused, but like maybe that was just like some multi-level deception, like stuff like that you did. But it's cool. No, I get that. I get like not knowing about that, like and like not understanding. So that's cool. But could I borrow your medallion, though, for a little bit and like just give it back to you the next time I see you?
Yes, Orim does give it to you.
Excellent.
And it says, make good use of it, Johnny.
I will. And I'll think about that emotion stuff, like with Gavelyne and Molny, too, at the same time. Yeah. All right, that's all I got. Thanks, Master. I'll think about it.
The four of you gather with Molny at Molny's teleportation platform, or I guess the four of you, and then a line of followers of Patty Hertz, and also Harville dressed like an egg.
I thought we had a motley crew to start with. Look at us now.
Orim and Castien's squad are there to see you off. Castien has only rolled a 13 on his perception, so he is curious as to where Harville has gotten off to, but thanks to Astra's assistance, does not clock him in his egg disguise amongst the group. Orim makes the rounds, says their goodbyes to everyone, and places a hand on your shoulder, Patty, and tells you, I'm sure your egg followers will be indispensable in your divine mission to save the world.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
One by one, you walk across this platform, and when you take a step off of it, you are at the Temple of the Rising Light, a lighthouse in the middle of the ocean, which is all that remains of the catfolk city of Lokella, which has long sunk into the ocean. But the temple lighthouse has kept its shining beacon above water thanks to the hard work of the catfolk that live here and manage its constant state of construction. For every section that the evil ocean god Ebnir pulls beneath the sea, the catfolk add another new level at the top.
Incredible.
You guys also know now that the lighthouse is lit by harnessing the radiance from Gavelyne's divine artifact, an ever-burning torch. Despite the fact that the torch is on the very bottom floor of the temple, its light reaches the top. It's potentially miles below sea level at this point. Not even Molny is sure how far they've built on top of this now. And when you step off this platform, construction stops. The catfolk all turn to welcome Molny back. They are fighting for his attention about various matters that have come up since he left with Patty. You guys want to make a perception check or diplomacy check? What do you want to do as you arrive here at the temple?
I want to make a perception check. This is such cool world building, Justin. I really love the concept of this place.
This is so exciting. I'm going to do perception as well.
Nice.
Patty and Johnny have been here before, briefly, albeit for Patty. Zelf and Astra, this is your first time.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is what they call a locale task, where it's just you're just forever endlessly adding stones to a tower. And nothing ever changes, but things kind of don't ever get worse. I understand. I've always heard that saying, but I've just never really got it. I get it now.
Well, it's a philosophical principle, you see.
Oh?
Apparently.
I thought you were going to do more world building. This is the pipe all over again. Nope, that was it.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Do any of you actually have knowledge engineering?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep thinking that I do, and I think it's because I think that I'm Toots Capellini still, and then I'm like, there would be no reason for Patty to have this.
Oh, now there's an engineer.
There's a little bit of Toots in all of us. Yeah, there's a certain type of creature that I can get bonuses to profession chef checks on. I think like golems or constructs or something.
Oh, okay.
If I have knowledge engineering. So I took a few points and I rolled great. So Justin, I got a 31 on that.
Damn.
Amazing.
Smarty pants.
Right? It's finally starting to add up. All my scumming is layering.
Yeah. Crusting.
Crusting.
While Molny is pulled away to deal with his normal responsibilities, you are all able to mingle amongst the catfolk. Most of them have concerns that are centering around something they call the Great Flight, which is a very fancy label that they have given to a moving day that comes up every month, where those that live at the lowest dry level of the lighthouse have to relocate up to the most recently completed level.
So cool.
So it creates a lot of anxiety. It's a constant countdown clock that they have to stay on top of, or someone won't have a place to sleep. Tabby, the beige catfolk whose body that Johnny inhabited for a time, is in charge of overseeing the Great Flight, and they are just like frazzled, running back and forth, trying to organize this. Without Molny here, they're behind schedule in getting the newest level complete for this Great Flight.
Ooh, gang, can I help them with the flight? Like, can I help them move stuff?
Johnny, you're a scarecrow, so sure, knock yourself out.
The scarecrow.
For the first time, Johnny regrets not having a body.
Oh, Johnny, can't you go possess a crane or something?
Yes. We'll prop the scarecrow in the corner in case you want to come back to it.
You've got until we get the key and make our arrangements to boat to Neptis.
Okay.
I love that Johnny has become some sort of indie game where he's just a ghost possessing things and helping people do whimsical tasks.
Astro, with your perception check, which was a 20.
20.
You overhear some talk that catches your attention. You hear the name Oreo Fortuna being spoken. Apparently, while Molny was gone, Oreo Fortuna had shown up at the lighthouse hoping to speak with him. And it was quite the scandal because he had only returned one other time after initially leaving the lighthouse. You know from Mala that Oreo had kind of abandoned the faith to use his skills as a scientist to help Roja stay afloat instead of just building the lighthouse forever. And when he did return once to kind of bring back anti-Bishad technology that he had worked on for Neptis, he brought that to the lighthouse, but he was turned away because he had turned his back on Molny first. During this visit, Oreo waited about 2 days, but he had to leave on urgent business, he said, in Neptis. And he promised he would return at the end of the month on the 23rd. While he was hanging out, he did provide some assistance with the Great Flight. He is a talented engineer, so he helped with some of the construction.
When in the future, comparable to when it is now, did he say he was going to come back?
He said he would come back on the 23rd. So it's the 19th now. So in about 4 days.
Interesting. Astra does not want to be here when that happens. Because she doesn't want to have to tell him that his ex-wife is dead. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, we know that Molny has died on the 24th in past loops.
Good memory. God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Steel
whatever.
trap, this
I'm
one.
looking at the calendar.
Okay. God. Self, I'm hearing some scuttlebutt about Oreo Fortuna. And the fact that he was here doing some engineering stuff and he's supposed to come back.
Certainly the machinations of the ministry. I'm so curious what Oreo's role is. I hope we get to talk to him in Neptis. Or maybe he's going to step aside while Nerixna engineers the death of Bishad.
Really hard to say.
Fair warning, Astra. I might leverage my credentials to act as a double agent for the ministry.
He might, he says. He might.
Very well. Yes, I appreciate your forewarning. I'll do my best to not be suspicious of you unless it is what the scene calls for. You know, if we're supposed to be feeling like we're betrayed and we'll act like I'm betrayed. Is that the best situation?
Nice.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay,
I
good.
think so.
Good. Then we all know what parts we're going to play.
Well, you'll know what part I'm going to play.
Yes, and now you know what I'll play.
Unfortunately, there are so many moving parts.
And it'll all be pretend.
But if Oreo was here trying to get Molny's attention, I wonder if that tipped them off that we're acting unusually in this loop. It's hard to tell.
I think there's probably stuff we did much earlier in this loop that has tipped them off to that.
What, you mean like burning Ogavia's mansion?
I think like burning Agave's
You think
mansion.
that's come up yet?
The thing that Zelf wasn't there for.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, yeah, Zelf doesn't
Oh,
know.
boy. In between all this, I'm assuming the Prime Minister knows a lot more than we suspect, but at the same time, he might be hiding things from his agents.
I mean, you think that about everyone. That's like the 8th person today that you've accused of doing that.
Just 8? Oh.
Well, we were in a new city. You'd be probably pretty tired.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Getting sidetracked. Astra, listen.
Mm-hmm.
Half of our little found family kind of is a demigod right now. Do you think one of us should angle to take over Evnir's spot?
Do it.
Zelf, you know, I have been wondering about this. Sometimes I feel like there's a little voice in my head saying, do it.
Who could that be?
Yeah, Zelf, I have been wondering that. I mean, in a way, it's intimidating, right? Because I feel like poor Johnny is struggling so much with the enage of it all. And I feel like even Patty, who I feel like has such a strong sense of herself, is kind of spiraling now that the arms of Hibdal have wrapped around her. So I guess the question is whether or not one of us has enough emotional fortitude and sense of self to take on such a role. But on the other hand, power is fun and never corrupts and is always super rewarding. So I do like the idea of getting some power.
The challenge is that it seems like such an obvious choice. Too obvious, even.
What? In what way? It would be too symmetrical if all 4 of us became super powerful, super cool demigods?
No, I mean, the choice to become a demigod is just so obvious.
I see. Okay.
Suspiciously obvious. But do you think there's another opening later on that would be a better fit?
Oh, then taking Bashad's place for a lawful evil god? I mean, one of us could become Lunas's demigod, maybe. Neutral evil, middle road.
Middle evil road.
Neither lawful evil nor chaotic evil. Simply evil.
Middle of the road
Just
evil.
regular evil.
Astra, it weighs heavily on me that in our first loop, during our literal and figurative train wreck, we had a hat trick of evil deities. I with my Ebnir ley line magic, Johnny and Aj, and then somebody with their influence from the Crown of Lunas.
And that train ordeal went super good for us.
Nothing wrecks like a train, that's true.
Astra will put a hand almost unthinkingly. She does this a lot, but I think she puts her hand on her sword hilt and looks down for it at a moment. And she says out loud, partially to you and partially to no one. And she says, I just think, the more power you can get in the situation we're in, maybe the better. But then I guess I also wonder, how much are the demigods in thrall to their gods? I worry about it. I don't know.
It's a mystery that is delicate and must be teased out. Where is Patty's Enage?
Well, I guess I just sort of assumed that it was more of it was more integrated. You think there's some E-tap out there waiting to emerge from Patty's body?
Either that or Johnny's situation is more unique than we realize. Wouldn't it be nice if we could get Brightchild into another demigod's body?
I guess I was just assuming that Johnny and Aj was sort of a weird case scenario, not the blueprint. But man, it has been weird, right? All of the stuff with Patty.
Astra, it's been increasingly weird. It's been incredibly weird.
As soon as she started putting Harville in that egg costume, I was like, what are we doing here? What has happened?
Should we intervene?
What? That was totally normal. That was just her.
I've been giving it a pass because we need a demigod on our side, but Astra, things are snowballing. How are we going to know the moment when one of us needs to be the demigod of Ebnir? I don't know.
Is doing that not just putting a bigger target on our back?
Our targets are already galactic. They're aerosol-sized.
God, it's weird to think that Astra and Zelf are increasingly the most normal on the team.
Yeah, you're in the arms race. You're like, oh shit.
The idea that they are going to end up becoming allied against Enage / Johnny and Patty is just like, what a twist of fate.
Yeah. Honestly, no clue how that's going to shake out, but anything's possible.
I thought for a second that you were going to pitch that Johnny become the demigod of Ebnir and the Drift and Lunas to see if they were the same.
Holy shit. Oh
I really
God.
felt that was coming.
God, tempting fate so much.
Okay,
Oof.
that's honestly hilarious.
Justin, that's a great idea.
That's a great idea, Justin. Let's just turn Brightchild into a vessel, and then we'll just create...
Of all the demigods?
Yeah, and that way...
Holy shit.
Astra, honestly, ever since I heard Theosynchrony, I haven't been able to think of anything else. Maybe it's still the ghost of the chairman in me.
You think it'd be a good name for a restaurant?
Ooh, I like that.
Zelf, if you get a chance to become Ebnir's demigod, are you going to take it?
Probably not.
Do you believe him, Astra? Sorry, that was the intrusive thought. It won. I apologize.
Yeah, that was no, it was the exact thought going through my head and Astra's head. My exact thought was that she was thinking, "We'll see."
Yeah, right.
Johnny, how do you want to help? Do you want to help in some way?
Is there like some sort of like a pulley crane or something like that I can possess to animate and help them move things more efficiently?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
My backup was a backpack or a wheelbarrow.
No, the pulley crane's good because a lot of them are having to work on the outside of the lighthouse. And so they have cranes and stuff out there.
All right, Self, use your knowledge of engineering to operate me.
All right. It's been a while since our last tag team.
Marionette Johnny. I love it.
Zelf, as you are operating Johnny, moving up and down the walls and helping to build this lighthouse up. And
yeah, with this hard hat.
He's doing good work, chatting with the cats and stuff.
We made quite a team.
You have rolled extremely well on your engineering check, a 31.
Oh, yeah.
And as Johnny's having a great time being a crane and these catfolk are hard at work on construction, you notice an almost barely perceptible weakness that has been built into the level that is almost done.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
You can tell that hit in just the right angle that this entire wall would collapse.
Gasp.
And Oreo Fortuna was here recently, kind of helping with the building. Uh-oh.
Can Zelf find out who worked on that spot?
Stella is the foreman of this construction today. And they tell you, oh, we had Oreo Fortuna here. He's one of the best engineers that exists in the world. Don't tell anybody, though, that I said that. He's not a favorite of the temple these days.
Oh, I wonder why.
How much damage would it cause to cause this fault to occur now? Like, is it easier to fix it, or will they have to knock it down and start over? Is my question.
Easier to fix it. Yeah, easier to fix it.
Okay. So,
just burn it down.
Zelf doesn't want to get into politics, so he'll just work with Johnny to weld that spot shut and cover the weakness.
Cool.
And he'll put it in his hat that Oreo was working against Molney.
Oh my God. Wow. Excellent spot, Zelf. I'm so lucky you're here.
A stitch in time saves 9, Johnny.
At least 9.
Sometimes 10. It will save either 9 or 10.
Thousands. Yeah.
Patty, as the rest of the group has been going about their business, Molney has taken you aside to give you a tour of the lighthouse. And during this, he takes you to his personal chambers where he is keeping the crystal key, which he removes from like a safe and then places into your hands. Looking over it, it appears to be a pretty standard, simple prism about the size of a can of cherry Coke. While you turn it over in your hands, Molney says to you, I want you to know that I trust you. I trust Johnny. I've honestly grown to trust everyone in your adventuring party. But I do want to reiterate my concerns about how dangerous duplicating this key is. Just be vigilant and don't let it fall into the wrong hands, okay?
Oh, you can trust me, Molney. I absolutely will keep it in the safest possible place.
She's going to pause and pop it into her cheek pals.
And I thank you for trusting me with this. I will do you proud. Molney, I have a question, though, man. Were you always a demigod, or were you something before you were a demigod?
Oh, I was just a regular man before I became a demigod. I lived on Lokello with the rest of the catfolk before Bishad came and sunk it into the ocean.
Was it weird for you to turn into a demigod? Because it's been kind of weird for me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't want to say that I was a bad follower of Gavelyne. Like, I was pretty decent, but, I was a normal person, and I was unfocused, and I really had to step up after I ascended. It's a lot of work. People start to count on you for all sorts of things and see you in a completely different way.
I'm realizing that already, and I mean, it's hard. Before I was, I had a lot of responsibility as, political activist, star of stage and screen, socialite, influencer. But, I mean, being a demigod, I'm really worried I'm going to screw it up. It's kind of freaking me out.
I think when it comes down to it, Patty, you'll make the right choice. I think you've got the right attitude.
All right, well, you're a cool dude. I trust you. I trust my friends, I guess. I love my followers, and I'm going to do my best. I got this.
That's the spirit, Patty. And at this point, you guys have made it down to the lowest level that's above water. People are trying to move couches up the stairs and whatnot. But Molney is leading you to where they have some boats that are docked. He's about to untie one to pass it off to the group so that you can head on your way. And you hear in the distance someone yelling, Patty! Patty! look what I did!
Oh my
And
god.
on the horizon
Oh no.
Yes.
is a matte black pirate ship floating towards you. And on the deck, screeching, is the ferrety face of Zayden.
Yes, he did it. How? How though? How did he do it?
Okay, everyone guess. My guess is Pink Prince.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
My guess is he's implementing the thing that Caitlin and Andrew talked about, which is stacking a bunch of logs from the Whispering Woods and just
Okay, I
dragging
like
it
that.
with a bunch of people.
Oh man, they did pyramid building style.
That was my guess too, Jenna, that like he went and recruited even more of Patty's followers.
Oh my god.
And has been doing that in the background. But also I really like the other idea that Paul put forward. That's great.
I think it's the power of love.
Wow. Wow.
Love for a follower for their divine demigod figurehead.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's fucking crazy.
Do we want to stop here?
I want you to tell. No, okay. Yeah, we should
What?
stop here. I have to know how Zayden did it.
With hubris. With divine hubris, it has to be, right?
But what does that mean? Like what?
That's not a
What
physical
does that
force.
look like in practice?
What is the hubris? What's the comeuppance of the hubris that he's committed? Like what? Oh my god.
Those are all great questions.
I have no doubt that we will find out.
Thank you for listening, and a special thank you to our Patreon subscribers who are supporting independent media in the most direct and sustainable way possible. In a world where podcast feeds and anything story-related is getting increasingly choked out by just insane AI drivel, it really means a lot to us that you support us as human beings, making human being media. Thank you. Our DFTBA merch store is at bit.ly/JennaMerch, all lowercase, or you can find a link to that in the show notes. And as always, you can find us on Twitter at BCBParty, on Tumblr at BCBParty, or email us at burntcookbookparty@gmail.com. Burnt Cookbook Party is Andrew Hansen as Janni Brightchild, Caitlin Stayduhar as Patty Hertz, Paul Luetkemeyer as Zelf, me, Jenna Stoeber as Astroblep, and Justin Green as GM and World Builder. This episode was edited for content by Justin Green and edited for sound by Akshay Balakrishnan. Produced by me, Jenna Stoeber.